Bit of interesting gaming news happened today. So there's this oh, there is this like visual novel dating sim gotcha game that I've occasionally seen discussed by a few people on my Blue Sky feed called Love in Deep Space. Bullet Pattern was defeated. And recently, they took one of their characters out back like Old Yeller. Yeah. So recently, and hilariously, it was a Dogman. Kind of. Recently, they announced... So the game launched with 5 characters, and apparently the entire gacha system is that you roll for, I guess, memories with each character. And recently, they announced, hey, we're adding a 6th love interest. So, Love in Deep Space was adding a 6th guy. Evidently, people didn't like that. Now, I don't know if where the bulk of this reaction came from. If it was from the fact that, you know, people were worried that them adding an entire 6th guy was going to take away development of the 5 guys, burgers and fries that they already had. Or if it was because they were calling this guy a werewolf and he just looks like your standard pretty boy and he's got human ears and wolf ears and he wears like a face mask that looks like a wolf muzzle, and that's kind of cringe a little bit. Like, what are you doing here, man? Why are you just a dude with 2 sets of ears calling himself a werewolf? It's weird. I don't know anything about this game, but that's weird. But regardless, rather than just, you know, being like, hey, we hear what you're saying, we want to go ahead and reaffirm our commitment to the characters that you already love. This isn't going to take away from their development or from new scenes and moments and memories with them. No, what they did was they canceled the release of this 6th guy. They had a whole trailer for him. I'm sure they had assets built. I'm sure there were voice lines recorded. They canceled the whole man. They canceled an entire guy. And we're just like, yep, never coming out now. You're not, nope, we're not gonna put him in. We're not gonna put him in. Man got canceled on twitter.com. They're just like, and they did make a tweet about it, yeah. They removed the whole man. Just like, yeah, he's not gonna, we're not putting him in. We're not putting him in. Not only that, not only are we not putting this guy in, we're never putting another guy in. There's only ever gonna be the 5. We heard you loud and clear, and you told us, no more men. Feminism win. Great news, everybody. They're not making men anymore. Oh, that's so wild. That is such an overcorrection. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You probably, I'm sure you spent months. There had to have been months spent on designs, on scenario writing, on like creating like the trailers, the art assets, recording voice lines. I'm sure. I don't know anything about this game. I assume it has voice lines. It looks like the kind of game that would have voice lines. And they're just like, no, never mind. We're not doing any of it. Like, that's insane. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Think back with me for a moment. Could you imagine the Cole Cassidy, Nay McCree trailer or cinematic for Overwatch releasing and revealing the character of Ashe, who is so clearly intended to be a new hero for Overwatch, and the reaction being so bad, people just don't want her. And Overwatch was just like, oh yeah, okay, no, we're not going to release her. And in fact, we're not making any new characters. So Orisa, I guess, almost Orisa, almost. Like, could you imagine? I think Overwatch should do that. In fact. Oh shit.